Hey YouTube! Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Patrick. Today we'll be doing two recipes for you guys. They're both either like a smaller side dish or an appetizer for if you're having a party or anything, or you know, just want some lockdown munchies to keep you occupied. We're going to be making wings and cauliflower bites. We're going to be using buffalo sauce and making our own homemade sauce for both of these recipes. If you like something else, feel free to use a different sauce, but buffalo is what we love. Alright, we'll see you guys in the kitchen. First thing we're going to do today is make our own buffalo sauce for the wings and the cauliflower bites. Super easy to make. You just need some Frank's Red Hot and some butter, and you're good to go. If you don't like buffalo sauce, that's fine. You can use barbecue sauce or whatever you enjoy. I haven't tried it with any other sauce, but the recipe should still work out the same. For the buffalo sauce, you're just going to need a pot like this. It's maybe like a 5-cup pot, and you're going to turn it to a low heat. First thing you're going to do is add some butter in. For this recipe, the butter is going to be however spicy you like your buffalo sauce. So if you like your buffalo sauce really spicy, then you're gonna add maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter. If you like it mild, you just add more butter and it'll get more mild. So I'm gonna start with about 4 tablespoons. All right, as your butter is melting down in your pot, you wanna do it slowly so you don't burn the butter. And you're just gonna get it to where the butter's just about melted. Now that the butter's nice and melted down, the next step is just going to be to add your buffalo sauce. And by buffalo sauce, I mean Frank's Red Hot sauce. I have the 23-ounce bottle, and I used about half of it. And your next step is just going to be to whisk it together until everything emulsifies. Now that everything's nice and one color, it looks about like buffalo sauce, I'm just going to do one more thing. I'm just going to add a splash of vinegar, just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon, and then whisk back so everything's nice and mixed together. So we have our quick and easy buffalo sauce ready to go, and I'm just going to leave this on the stove until we're ready to add it. Our first recipe today is going to be chicken wings. We already got pre-cut flats, and we're going to be using these today. The first step you want to do is they're probably going to be a little wet when you take them out of the fridge or after you buy them or defrost them. So we're going to take some paper towels and we're going to pat them all dry, and then we're going to stick them in this bowl. Just take a paper towel and throw a wing in there and just pat it dry. Easy peasy. Alright, now that we have our wings all patted dry, we're going to add some seasonings to them. And the reason why you pat your wings dry is because they will crisp up a lot nicer in the air fryer or oven, whatever you're cooking in. Alright, so first thing I added in was some Old Bay, just a little bit. The next thing I'm adding in is some onion powder. And then some seasoned salt. Some garlic powder. And then finally some black pepper. For the seasonings, you can use whatever you want just to coat them and add a little bit of extra flavor. And I'm going to mix them all up into each other to get them all nice spread out evenly. You don't have to over season these are just adding a little bit of extra flavor. Alright, now once they're all mixed up and you have no globs of seasoning, next step is to add them to the air fryer. So we'll be sticking about 10 of these into the air fryer. We'll have to do it in 2 batches at 180 degrees Celsius or about 380 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. And if you don't have an air fryer, you can use a convection oven or your regular oven at around 400 degrees for the same time, or until they're nice and crispy, or 200 degrees Celsius. Just a reminder, if you're using an air fryer, just try and flip the wings or shake them around about halfway through cooking. You can do the same in an oven as well. Also, if you're using an oven, I would suggest using a rack to cook the wings on. You want to make sure you do as many batches as you need. You don't want to overcrowd your chicken, so you want it nice and spread apart so it all crisps up evenly. Patrick here, and just a quick interruption of our video. So I said about 20 to 25 minutes on these wings. It's actually turning out to be about 30 minutes a batch. You just want to make sure you get these wings to a level where they're nice and crispy, because that's what you want. You want some real crispy wings. So you're going to want to do them about 30 minutes or until crispy. And also turn the temperature up to 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 Fahrenheit. If you're cooking in an air fryer. For your oven, you might want to put it on a broil for like the last 5 or 10 minutes to get them extra crispy. But I haven't tried them in the oven, so it's just something you might have to experiment with. But all right, interruption done. Once you get your chicken looking about like this, you're going to want to take it out and throw it in a bowl for your sous chef to toss up while you start the next batch.
All right, everyone, it's the world famous sous chef here. So with your wings, you're just going to want to pour enough sauce to coat all of your wings. Spin them around until they're all evenly coated with buffalo sauce, or you can use tongs to try to mix them up a little bit better. And now that they're all nice and coated, they're ready to eat.
All right, everyone, on to meal number 2, which is going to be our cauliflower bites. You're going to start with a whole head of cauliflower, and then you're just going to break little florets off into bite-sized pieces. So this is pretty easy. You just grab the little florets, they kind of all separate, and then you can twist them all. And then I'm going to use the knife to cut them into bite-sized pieces and cut some of the extra stem off. Alright, and once you have all your cauliflower cut up, I just throw them in a nice little bowl like this. All you're going to do is add buffalo sauce. So I'm going to add a little bit of buffalo sauce at a time to try to coat them all evenly. I'm just going to toss them around, try to get them all nice and coated. You can kind of see how much buffalo sauce I have in there. You don't want a whole bunch of excess. This is wasteful. You don't need to be wasting good buffalo sauce. I'm just going to add a dash more buffalo sauce on the ones that aren't fully coated, and then stir it around again. So for these cauliflower, we'll be cooking them in the air fryer at about 380 degrees Fahrenheit or about 180 Celsius for about 15 minutes or until they're nice and crispy. You don't want to overcook them. You can also cook these in the oven at about 480 degrees or 200 degrees Celsius, preferably on convection if you have the option. Again, you just want to cook them to crispy. And to get these bad boys crispy, you're going to add some flour. You're not going to add a whole bunch. You just want to thicken up the buffalo sauce that's in there and make it so it coats all the cauliflower nicely. And you'll see what that looks like in a second. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon at a time. I'm just mixing them up. You don't want any clumps of flour, so you just got to add a little bit at a time until everything gets nice and thick. I'm going to add another tablespoon about. And keep on mixing. As you can see, the sauce is already starting to thicken up. We just want it a bit thicker. You want the sauce to like be nice and stuck to this cauliflower. I'm gonna add about 1 more tablespoon and mix. Now, as you guys can see, the sauce is like nice and caked on there, which is what you want. And these are ready for the air fryer. Again, about 15 minutes or until crispy. Okay, so once you are done with your cauliflower all mixed up, you're gonna put it in your air fryer. You're gonna wanna make sure you spread it around in the air fryer so it doesn't bunch together and so it all crisps up nicely. And you're just gonna toss it in for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and crispy, maybe longer if you need to. Just a reminder, when your cauliflower is about 10 minutes into cooking, you're gonna wanna stop it and give it a nice little shake around, and then keep going for the rest of the time. All right, checking our cauliflower. They're nice and crispy, you can tell. We're gonna go ahead and take these out, and we're gonna plate them on up. Toss them onto our plate here with our buffalo chicken. Now you're ready to sit back and enjoy. All right, everyone, we have our final product here, and we're gonna go ahead and give everything a taste try. A taste try. Yeah, a taste test. All right, we're gonna start with some of the cauliflower. Ooh, it looks nice and crispy.
We're just
We have
dipping
some ranch.
in ranch, yeah.
Mmm.
It's so good.
Nice and crispy, and then the cauliflower just has like a nice flavor when it's done like this. I'm gonna grab me one more piece. Mmm. Cauliflower is so good. All right, now on to the wings. I'm grabbing this one here. Cheers. Put a little bit of ranch on there.
Wow.
Oh my god, you guys. Mmm.
These are so good.
These might be the actual best wings I've ever had in my entire life. They're so crispy. They're I would even say they're more crispy than deep frying them. They're so good. And this buffalo sauce and those seasonings I coated the chicken with, oh, it just all makes it so good. Mmm.
These are like one of the best wings I've ever had. These are so good.
These are a 20 out of 10. These are so, these might be my new favorite food. These are so good.
Yeah, this was our first time making wings in the air fryer, and they actually came out way better than I expected.
We've only used, this was our second time using this air fryer, and I am impressed. If you guys don't have an air fryer, if you're a wing lover alone, I'm telling you, get an air fryer and cook wings in it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Make sure you pat them wings dry though, so they get extra crispy. All right, everyone, thanks for stopping by and watching our video. These recipes both came out excellent. If you want a little bit of healthier option, I would say the cauliflower, but if you just want like the best wing of your life, make the chicken wings. They're so good, so tasty.
Yeah, leave us a comment down below if you try out this recipe. A few of our friends tried out the sandwich in our last episode and enjoyed it very much.
So yeah, just let us know if you like them, and if you have any suggestions of anything you want cooked, just comment below. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Peace out. My favorite part, I get to eat. Woo!